Breaking news. A lady has ingested borax and is promoting adding borax to your water to prevent the effects of chemtrails. Natalie, what is the purpose of drinking borax?
Chemtrails are being poured into our atmosphere every day. Chemtrails are being used to dumb us down and make us sick and keep us from moving into higher frequencies. Borax helps you stay immune to the effects of chemtrails.
Back to the news desk. As you can see, Natalie is deeply passionate about the topic of chemtrails and the surrounding conspiracy theories. In today's news story, we'll aim to provide insightful information and raise awareness about what chemtrails really are. Today, we invited Natalie to present key points of chemtrail conspiracy theory while we debunk these claims using credible scientific evidence. To begin, we'll first define what chemtrail conspiracy theory entails. Additionally, scientist Bree will provide expert analysis to explain and disprove the theory with factual information. Everyone, please welcome scientist Bree.
Thank you for having me. Hello, my name is Scientist Bree, and I will be providing factual information to disprove the chemtrail conspiracy theory today. To start off, what is the chemtrail conspiracy? The chemtrail conspiracy is a theory that the plumes of clouds that follow planes are chemicals that are being poured into our atmosphere to release metal substances, manipulate the weather, cause the government to control our minds, make us sick, and reflect sunlight away from the earth. But in reality, according to space.com, chemtrails are really contrails, which are condensation. Contrails are created when hot water vapor is emitted into the sky after combustion cools and condenses into our Earth's atmosphere, explaining that contrails are essentially human-made clouds. Contrails form at the airplane's cruising altitude, which is between 32,000 to 42,000 feet.
So, scientist Bree, do the white plumes of condensation cause any harm to the people or the planet?
Good question, reporter Lily. No, the white plumes of condensation cause no harm to the planet or people.
That's good, but how does condensation form?
Good question, reporter Lily. According to NASA, condensation forms when already present water vapor in the atmosphere comes in contact with vapor from airplane exhaust, which then saturates moist air and the water condenses and freezes, creating ice crystals. The ice crystals are what cause the condensation, which is the lines we see in the sky. When temperatures are cold enough, the volumes of condensed vapor will freeze and form the contrail clouds we see following an airplane.
Thank you, scientist Bree, for providing such informative and engaging insights. Now that we have a solid understanding of chemtrails conspiracy theory and the science behind chemtrails, it's time to move on to the Q&A with Lily A segment of our newscast. We've invited Natalie to join us at our news station to look at her skepticism about the science behind chemtrails, allowing us to debunk key aspects of chemtrails conspiracy theory. Welcome to F5 News. We're glad you could make it today, Natalie.
I'm glad I could make it too.
All right, let's dive in, Natalie. Go ahead. Share questions or statements you have about why you believe chemtrails are real.
To start, I understand that you say the smoke following the planes is safe, but how can I be sure?
Good question, Natalie. According to the Arizona Department of Environmental Quality, different departments work extremely hard to make sure the public is safe from toxic chemicals, with routine checks of the planes that happen daily.
I guess, but why do some contrails look different than other contrails or last longer in the sky?
Good question, Natalie. According to David Keith, a professor of physics at Harvard, he states that contrails can become long-lasting due to the aircraft flying through different regions of humidity or temperature. This statement has been well proven by an immense amount of scientific research by thousands of people.
Blah, blah, blah. If chemtrails aren't real, what explains this TikTok video of a pilot exposing how he gets paid to pour chemicals into the sky? The pilot says he makes roughly $10 per gallon of chemicals he sprays into the atmosphere.
Let's check out the video.
$10 a gallon to spray the stuff. And this has a government issued retrofit kit. And you can see down here, they installed this switch. As you can see, it says chemtrails. You just turn it on and then you just collect money. That's how it works.
see, this video has no scientific evidence to back it up and is obviously fabricated.
Why do only some planes leave plumes of smoke behind? It is obvious that the planes leaving the smoke are leaving chemicals, while the other planes are not.
Interesting point of view, Natalie. According to NASA, when temperatures are cold enough, the volumes of condensed vapor will freeze and form the contrail clouds we see following an airplane. So, if the temperature in the atmosphere is not cold enough, the contrail clouds will not be present.
But what about the amount of time the chemtrail plumes are in the sky indicates the amount of chemicals that are coming down to hurt us? And there is no way of proving that wrong.
The amount of time contrails are present in the air depends on the humidity in the air. The amount of time contrails are in the air has nothing to do with chemicals, but it can actually help predict the weather. According to the National Weather Service, if contrails disappear quickly or don't form at all, you should expect good weather to continue. But if contrails are long-lasting, you should expect a change in weather.
It just doesn't make sense. When chemicals are put into the sky in the early morning, the sky will be filled with more clouds than usual later in the day.
Well, this part of the conspiracy theory can actually be put to rest through the process of convection. According to BBC News, the process of convection occurs when the sun heats the ground, causing warm air to rise. As the air ascends, it cools and condenses, eventually forming clouds later in the day. This natural phenomenon can create the appearance of a fuller sky, not due to early morning chemtrails, but as a result of atmospheric convection.
I'm glad we could debunk the chemtrail conspiracy theory today. All evidence provided that chemtrail conspiracy is fabricated and is from unreliable sources. Evidence providing that the conspiracy theory is wrong is from reliable and credible sources. To end us off, please do not digest borax. Digesting borax is extremely dangerous and will only cause harm to your body. Thank you for joining us today on F5 News. And thank you to our special guests, Natalie and Scientist Bree.